Well, hey there, y'all. Come on in, kick off your boots, and stay a while. Hit that bell and subscribe so you're always part of our farmhouse family. Welcome on in, y'all. So today we're going to make some apple cider. So this is my apple cider made with resin. And I'm going to show y'all how I made it. So I got these cute espresso cups off Amazon. I'll link them. I like them just because they're smaller and resin can be kind of expensive. So this is the resin. It's 1 part A, 1 part B, and I get it off Amazon and I love it. It's self-leveling. I love it. So we're going to use this measuring cup right here, but y'all, you can use water and put it in this measuring cup and put it in whatever you're using to see how much resin that you're going to need. So that's a good tip for y'all to remember. And then, of course, just dump out the water and then do your resin. But that way you can measure out about how much you're going to need. So you're going to put equal parts of A and equal parts of B. And I like to wipe off the tops of my lids before closing them because they'll get kind of like crusty and nasty if you don't. So I always wipe mine off. And then you're going to stir for about 3 minutes and stir slow to prevent bubbling. However, when you make when you make drinks, the cups don't really bother, or my goodness gracious, I'm getting all tongue-tied. The bubbles don't bother me when I make drinks because then it just makes it look more realistic. So, I just give it a good stir for about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to go in with my alcohol ink and caramel. And I think I did about 5 drops of this. And then we're going to give that a good stir. I prefer like the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. I like the pigment of them better. I do use some off of Amazon. I just feel like you have to use more product in the long run. And I've had the Tim Holtz Rangers forever, y'all. And I've never had to restock. I mean, I've had them for like 2 years. I wanted it a little bit darker, so I went in with about 5 more drops there. And, the Ranger ones, they are pretty pricey. I only catch them when they're on sale. But then I'm going to go in with espresso. I'm going to do just 1 drip, y'all. That's it. Just 1. But as I was saying, they can be a little bit pricey. But using the ones off like Amazon that I've used, I feel like you use way more product. So in the long run, I feel like it kind of equals out. But the pigment's so much better, so you don't have to use as much of it, if you know what I'm saying. So to me, it's worth the money. So we're going to go in and put this in our cute little espresso cup here. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, y'all make sure y'all hit that button and do so, y'all. And also, if you want to go follow me over in the Facebook world, we do lives over there. We have a phenomenal group that we run, Southern Twang and Things. So you can watch us live. If you get some of your resin on the side, just take a baby wipe and wipe it down. It'll come off easy peasy. And then I just got these cinnamon sticks from Hobby Lobby. Y'all, at the end of the season, when they are next to nothing, stock up on them. I put them in everything. So make sure you stock up after the season because you can get these for next to nothing. I just measure about how much I need of the cinnamon stick and then I break it. I got this dried fruit here off of Amazon. I'll post the link as well. And I'm going to get me out an apple slice. She was kind of big, so I cut her in half. And then just sit it right on in there, y'all. And then let this cure overnight. Super cute. All right, so now we are going to make our apple cider donuts. So I use Bose foam clay. I get it off Amazon. I will also put the link in below. Y'all, look how smooth this is when you first open it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to get us out a big old handful. I love this, y'all, because I always get this overnighted. It lasts a while. And this is my preferred clay. I do get some colored clay from Yanira's Design or Designs by Yanira off Facebook. But, you know, you can make your clay any color by using paint. So I normally just get the white Bose clay. And I put me some wax parchment or some parchment paper down there so it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to condition this very well. Make sure you condition your clay very well. I'm going to go in with Apple Barrel Classic Caramel. We're going to add this into our clay. And then we're going to mix that in very, very, very well. And you get kind of like some marbling. That's the best way I know how to describe it. And I just start to pull it like taffy. And it mixes in nicely. So just condition. Conditioning helps keep it from cracking, y'all. But then I go in with Territorial Beige. And I just put a couple drops in there. Just to darken it just a tad bit more. Condition it very well. Work it in there. And then we're going to pull us a chunk off. And we're going to roll it into a ball. If you roll a little firmly, you can get like the lines and stuff out of it, which is what I'm doing. And just roll it into a ball. And then you're going to take your palm and you're going to kind of push down and flatten it a bit. Now, you know, and then you're just going to punch your hole out there in the middle. So the apple cider donuts from our fair are smaller, thinner, and definitely not perfectly shaped. But Krispy Kremes are perfectly shaped. But we're making apple cider donuts. So I'm making them how I know that I've seen them here in our fair. Just you can rub over your clay there and smooth it out. Now, you don't have to smooth this perfectly in the back because it's going to be covered. I normally, when I make my donuts, I make my fry line and everything. But with these specific donuts, you're not going to see any of that. So we're not going to take the time to do all of that because it's unnecessary. So we're making another ball here. And this is just going to be our donut hole. Easy peasy. And I wanted to show y'all the white versus the color we made it. So our dough color. In comparison to what it normally is. So here's our donuts and here's our donut holes. We're going to grab us a bowl and we're going to get us some cinnamon. And I use Epsom salt as faux salt. But I'm going to use it as sugar today. But I also use white sand from Dollar Tree as faux sugar. But just for consistency in our donut, I'm going to use both this time. So we're going to mix the Epsom salt and the sand into our cinnamon. and give her a good old mix. All right, so to adhere all this to our donuts, we're going to use tacky glue. You can get it from Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Amazon. It is very sticky and tacky. But this works great for fake bakes. So we're just going to lather this onto our donuts, getting in the middle of the donut hole, everything. Lather it up really good. And we're going to have to do one side and let it dry for a while and then do the other side. So it's not done all at one time because it is very tacky. So I do the top and then half of the side. I let it dry for a couple of hours and then I'll come back and do the other side. So just coating our donut really well and then just letting it dry, y'all. And that's it. Our donut holes they're done the same exact way. I don't leave a fry line for these because you can't see them, in real life. So I just coat the whole thing. And that's all, y'all. It is super easy. They're adorable paired with your apple cider. And I just think that it's a great first fake bake if you're new to the fake baking world. So again, if you are interested in checking me out over on Facebook, I go live on Facebook, but I also am admin of a group over there called Southern Twangin' Things. It's a great group of fabulous women, and we host events and auctions over there, and it's just always a great time. So here's what we've got. I think they're so stinking cute. I love them. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. And I will see you on the next one. Well, that's a wrap, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a follow. All the things. And be ready to kick your boots off. Grab your sweet tea for a rootin' tootin' good time. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.